Okay. Well, first of all, I want to, thank Seek for subscribing to me. Wow. It's truly an honor, my man. Wow. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try a series, alright? It's going to be like a Let's Read. I don't know, I'll think of a better name later. We're going to start with Carnage Mindbomb, aka one of, probably the most disturbing comic I've read. And for those of you who really, didn't think he was all that disturbing, prepare for a world of hurt. Okay, so this was a one-off event. It was followed up by Carnage It's a Wonderful Life. I talked about that recently in my Why Carnage is Misunderstood video. So let's go. This is just the cover art, so. Okay, moving on. Okay. My blood wants to kill you. He's laughing to himself under cover of the clattering rain. He's glad of the blanket of noise. His laugh always tells people too much about him. My blood wants some dinner. Yeah, moving on. And please try to ignore these ads. This was the only way I could actually, get the comic here. You hear me out there? You hear me? You lovely good people. We're talking to you, me and my blood. And you just see him on the TV screen. Look on the bright side. At least he stopped singing. Matthew Kurtz. I wouldn't mind, but he can never make those swear words rhyme. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Colonel Jameson, we got a visitor here. Can you or Doc Kafka confirm? That'll be Matthew Kurtz. John, let him in. Kurtz, yeah? That's him. Ah. You know, Dr. Kafka, you're supposed to inform me of visitors in advance. I know, John. Maybe I was just hoping he wouldn't come. Welcome to Ravencroft, Mr. Kurtz. I should have known better. Kurtz always turns up. When there's horror involved, Kurtz always turns up. Kind of like me. They like to watch. Kurtz notes. Kurtz, excuse me. Recalling the number of escapes made from this facility, he can't help but be a little contemptuous of their sad, worrying eyes. Kurtz did not expect the place to be so quiet. The insect soundtrack of the camera's slow, watchful arcs is the loudest thing in the building. It's like walking through some terrible gallery. Kurtz admires the quality of the soundproofing. Kurtz likes it here. Oh, look at that. What a beauty, don't you agree? We have a break. Corridor, cell 9, Sienna. Guy's drugs have worn off again. I'm declaring compromise, state 3, and requesting permission to arm. Permission to arm at non-lethal state granted. Oof. Out. I want out. Out. Non-lethal. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Non-lethal, he says. You killed 5 children. And he says, non-lethal. Whoop, whoop, whoop. The staff here, Kurtz observes, have definite possibilities. His kind of bedside manner. But note how the management of this facility reacts to possible escapes. Most educational. Mr. Kurtz, this way, please. My, this room is very secure, isn't it? Could that be because this facility's director is in it? Couldn't rightly say, Mr. Kurtz. Click. Matthew, thank you for coming. No, she doesn't seem very happy. Gee, I wonder why. Charming to see you again, Dr. Kafka. Quite charming. A wonderful facility you have, too. I confess jealousy of your directorship here. I was about to say dictatorship. Yes, well, this is Colonel John Jameson, my security chief. John? Matthew Kurtz. Yes, delighted, I'm sure. Your surveillance cameras link in here. Yes, they do, but I'm afraid I can't. Of course you can, dear boy. John, Matthew is a psychiatric specialist from Washington. What? Yeah, I'm gonna crawl inside your veins and rip out your bone marrow. I'm gonna spit in your lungs and stick forks in your heart. I'm gonna grind a heel in the front of your brains. Excitable, isn't he? Imaginative, too. And only to be viewed by approved personnel, Mr. Kurtz. Exactly where in Washington do you practice? At the Pentagon. I could give you my security clearance code, but I doubt I'd mean much to a mere colonel. Colonel Jameson. I cannot be searched. I am cleared for all sensitive data held in this facility, and I'm afraid I outrank you. I was invited here by Dr. Kafka to treat Cletus Cassidy. All your efforts to treat the creature have failed dismally after all. Not surprising. Cassidy was a homicidal maniac before his alteration, and that type tends to resist rehab. And now, since his blood became infected with the spore from the alien thing that envelops the creature venom, well, I imagine he's quite unmanageable. You think? Nobody can manage this guy. Kafka, this man's with military intelligence. I know, but I failed with Cassidy, John. In all this time, I haven't made the slightest dent in his psychopathy. Or psychopathy, I don't know. I had to do something. Even call in a monster like you, Matthew. Or else Carnage wins. He always wins, no matter what. I taught her, you know. Since then, of course, my adventures in psychiatry have taken me down a different path. How interesting. It has been interesting. But you do one lobotomy without anesthesia? You've done them all. What did you say? I just thought I'd make sure you were listening. Oh, there was no either, okay. No, I can't talk about my work, of course. Not to you, anyway. This is the place, is it? How kind of you to escort me here. Best I view him as soon as possible. Let the dog see the rabbit and all that. Cell is open. I hope he eats you, you blasted spook. Thank you, dear boy, thank you. Can't hear a thing with these earpieces in. Well, off I go. Hello, I'm your new therapist. Wow, Jameson, you're just like good old J. Jonah, huh? Well, it's about time they sent the dinner in. Never imagined Cassidy would smell so bad. Cassidy stinks of rotten meat. Cassidy has a cannibal's breath. Slaughterhouse sweat. Well, I mean, the dude's covered up in his own blood, so it makes sense. Here's your new monitor, Doc. All plugged in and ready to... What's Kurtz up to? Oh, no. You're a mite leathery for steak, but hey, I ain't gonna moan. Scream. That noise. I put him in the cell. What is that appalling noise? Turn the sound down. Kurtz pulled a gun on Cassie, and the next thing I know, we're being deafened. Uh-oh. That's a sono pistol. He's hosing Cassidy down with a mix of extremely low frequency and ultra high pitched noise. The alien symbiote around Cassidy is vulnerable to it, like venom. That's why the earphones. That should hold you for a minute or two, laddie. Look at that beautiful imagery. I imagine you are watching, Dr. Kafka, so allow me to elaborate. This is a massive vitamin C overdose. In this quantity, vitamin C alters brain chemistry. Cassidy's neural link with his symbiote is naturally dependent on brain chemistry. As you can see, an altered brain chemistry affects the link for the worse. My second injection is a little on the classified side, so please avert your eyes. This is what we use on the alien abduction cases in the middle of the night. Makes them suggestible. Makes them go on talk shows too, but there now. See how nice that is, Cletus? He's all like... Cletus, my name is Mr. Kurtz. Tell me about yourself. He's a lunatic. This is torture. Hold on a minute. You know, I just gotta say something. I like how John Jameson is concerned when Cassidy's the one supposedly getting tortured, but if Matthew Kurtz is getting tortured, he gives like no shits whatsoever. He's freaking hilarious. My name is Cletus Cassidy, and I kill people, and I love it. I know 9 million ways to kill a body, and I love every single one of them. All day, every day, right until I hit the hay. I think of bodies, burst bodies, slit right up the middle, and shared across 100 nice little gardens. And when I sleep, I dream of ways to kill a body that ain't nobody thought of yet. And occasionally, I dream of Mom and Pop squirting into the sink in that old garbage disposal, just grinding and gnawing on the old man's skull. Talking of days, the bloody sainted day, that holy day, I tell you about me, oh yeah. That day I shared a cell with Venom, the reporter geek all wrapped up in space alien symbiote kill thing linked into his head. I got a wound on my hand and I was playing with it and all, and venom dripped in it, spawned in it, and its sharp egg grew in me and hatched and made me Carnage. Tell me about yourself. And all I get is that he kills, and that he is Carnage. Is he really that shallow? Is he really that simple? You know, that's what a lot of people who look at Carnage first glance think. That's why I say he's misunderstood most of the time. That's what he wants you to think. Possibly, no one said that psychopaths have to have a riveting personality and a doctorate. But Cassidy does. Okay, maybe not, but still. Perhaps Cassidy works solely off his back brain, his most primitive mental equipment. Perhaps he is, in the final analysis, just an animal, further to that, and not wishing to step into the mire of nature versus nurture. Dude, for him, killing is nature and nurture at the same time. Maybe he was simply born evil. Well, this is nothing new. Cassidy said all that before. True, but we've never gotten it out of him so quickly. A well-chosen second question could settle the first. Why do you kill? It's pretty. Waking up in the morning and knowing you're gonna kill someone. It's a beautiful thing. Makes me feel like a gunship. Like my engine's only turning over when I'm moving and killing. Makes me feel like God on the first Monday morning. I kill because it makes me feel like I'm on TV with my own personal soundtrack. Like JFK, brains on the leather, and pretty blood on his pretty wife. JFK, NBK, KKK. This pretty wife. Now think of it, all wet and humiliated, crawling in front of the whole world. I like that too. When I was a kid, my favorite movie was a Zapruder film. Okay, I looked this up a while back. For those of you who don't know, it's like a documentary on the JFK assassination. Yeah, that's his favorite movie. Just putting that out there. I ain't inspired by the media. I inspire the media. I got video games and toys and comic books just because I can kill a body better than anyone. You wouldn't believe the hundreds of different ways a body dances once a bullet's been put in it. The songs they sing when you cut their throats. The patterns they paint when you make 'em squirt. It's art. I kill because it's pretty. It's art. He sees an aesthetic in murder. His killing is not an idle thing. To him, each single death is an achievement. Incredible. It's riveting, like watching a car crash. That's a weird analogy, Dr. Kafka. He's never spoken so long, so lovingly, and in so detailed and personal a way about his life. His reasons. One more sharp question, and I could tear his whole world down, stamp on it, rebuild it in any way I like. How do you see the world? Now this is where things take a really, really dark turn, my friends. How do I see the world? Let me show you the world. Oh, let me show you how I see the world. Oh my god, he gave Cassidy vitamin C. Vitamin C doesn't stay in the body, it gets metabolized out. And all that mad adrenaline in Cassidy's system must supercharge his metabolism. Get guards down there. Cassidy and Carnage are connected again. We're connected. You and me. Mind to mind. I'm gonna squirt bits of my mind down the line here into yours. Show you what I think of the world. It's a dull old world on the surface, ain't it? All gray and nondescript. Look at the beautiful imagery right here. But that's a lie. Scratch the surface and you reveal the real world. Red and raw and senseless. And that's the world I like. The world I show you when I kill. The world I am. I am that man eating human sandwiches at the bus stop. Making Jeffrey Dahmer eyes at the nice young boys. John Wayne Gacy hands a twitching. Wow, Cassidy's truly a man of culture when it comes to knowing his serial killers. John Wayne Gacy, the dude who, kidnapped and raped boys as a clown. Yeah, pedophilic clown. I'm glad you're so knowledgeable about that, Cletus. You're totally not creeping me out at all. I am those kids, burning dogs and hobos in the dark alleyway. The woman cutting a hole in the tide to the bed of Mr. Goodbar and inserting a vacuum cleaner tube into his stomach. The wife shoving broken glass down the husband's throat. I'm the American flag on fire. The founding fathers crucified for a chat show. Lies, cursed lies, and government. I am the end of the world as we know it, and I feel like a drink. Authorized lethal force. I'm in the boy, with the gun and a head full of crack and the sudden desperate need to kill something. I'm chaos, Mr. Kurtz. Chaos, and the rest of the world won't admit that it's just like me. And because of that, the world is worthless. It's dirt on my heel. Love means nothing. It's a planet of mannequins filled with blood, and they may as well be torn up and burst and stamped on, because what else are they good for? Wow. See what I'm saying here? Apart from making noise and being nice and making more stupid little mannequins that sit still for lies and TV and kissy garbage. You see what I mean? This is the reason. This helps prove my point as to why he's misunderstood. He hates love because he never got it. He hates what he can't have. Oh, this is my favorite one, baby. My favorite panel. I've shown you the worst things in the world, because that's what the world's made of. Everything is sick. Am I getting through to you? Everything is sick. And I have it. I just have this guy here, have those little red xenomorphs. Unsealing Carnage's door now. Colonel Jameson, we'll get your man out of there. He's eating me! He's eating me! Smack, smack. Oh, yay! You just have him standing there. Look at that beautiful imagery. Oh man, I really love this book. To hell with this. Get that cell door sealed. I'll kill you and eat you, show you chaos from the inside. Oh, come on. No, don't you do that to me. Okay, there we go. Your boy there, he wasn't mad. I'm not mad. I just gave him a bit of the old therapy you love giving me. I showed him the real world. Showed him chaos. And he went insane. Just shooting him? That ain't no kind of answer. You can't shoot chaos. And you can't keep it locked up for long. Basically the most chilling outro I've ever seen for a comic book. In all of this gory imagery. Man, is it beautiful. Deep at the center of the darkness that is Ravencroft Sanitarium, there sits a creature of unrelenting evil, a foul abomination, born of the union between twisted human psychoses and a symbiotic life form from the stars. He is madness, he is chaos, he is carnage! Oh, I hope you guys all enjoyed that.